The Curse of Kali's Tongue. A horror comedy adventure in 3 acts. Chapter 1, The Haunted Haveli. 1. The Invitation. Rohan Malhotra adjusted the strap of his camera, the humid Varanasi air clinging to his skin. Beside him, Priya Sharma scrolled through her phone, unimpressed. "You dragged me to this ghost town for a mystery," she said, raising an eyebrow. "Not just any mystery," Rohan grinned. "A cursed family heirloom." Priya groaned. "Last time you said that, we ended up in a goat shed." "Okay, but this time it's legit." Rohan pulled out a yellowed letter. "My great-uncle's last words, beware Kali's tongue." Priya snatched the letter. "This just says, don't touch my stuff." "Poetic license," Rohan shrugged. Their taxi dropped them at the edge of the old city, where a crumbling Haveli loomed like a rotten tooth. The locals avoided it, whispering about shadows that moved at night. "Charming," Priya muttered. 2. The first night. Inside, the air smelled of mildew and something worse, like old meat left in the sun. Rohan's flashlight flickered as they explored. "Uncle was obsessed with occult artifacts," Rohan explained, pushing open a rusted door. "He collected cursed objects like they were Pokémon cards." Priya snorted. "So what, we're here to catch 'em all." A sudden thud echoed from upstairs. They froze. "Rats," Rohan said, too quickly. "Giant, furniture-moving rats." Priya whispered. Then came the laughter, a wet, gurgling sound, like someone choking on their own breath. Priya grabbed Rohan's arm. "We're leaving." The front door slammed shut. From the shadows, a figure emerged, a woman in a tattered sari, her mouth sewn shut with black thread. "Oh, hell no," Priya said. The ghost lunged. They barely escaped through a window, sprinting into the night as the Haveli groaned behind them. 3. The Journal. Back at their hotel, which, thankfully, had running water, Rohan spread out his great-uncle's journal. "Kali's tongue," he read. "A relic said to grant power over life and death. But those who seek it lose their own." Priya rolled her eyes. "So, standard cursed artifact rules." A knock at the door. A wizened old man stood there, holding a rusted key. "Your uncle left this for you," he rasped. "But beware the silent ones." Then he vanished into the hallway. "Okay," Priya said. "Now I'm officially creeped out." Chapter 2, The Cult of the Silent Ones. 1. The Smuggler's Den. Their next lead was Guddu, a one-eyed smuggler who dealt in unusual artifacts. The alley stank of incense and urine. Guddu examined the key with his one good eye. "This opens the temple near Manikarnika Ghat," he said. "But if you go there, you won't come back." "Dramatic," Priya said. Guddu leaned in. "The silent ones guard Kali's tongue. And they don't like visitors." As they left, shadows shifted in the corners. "We're being followed," Rohan muttered. Priya cracked her knuckles. "Good. I need to punch something." 2. The Chase. The cultists struck near the ghats, hooded figures with knives, their mouths stitched shut. Priya swung a metal pipe like a cricket bat. Who sews their own mouths shut? That's just bad life choices. Rohan ducked a blade, kicking one attacker into the river. "I think it's a religious thing." They barely escaped, diving into a passing boat. 3. The Temple of Shadows. The ruins stood near the burning ghats, where funeral pyres lit the night. Inside, they found it, Kali's tongue, a mummified organ floating in a jar of blood. "That's disgusting," Priya said. And probably cursed, Rohan added. Then the ghost from the Haveli appeared, her stitches unraveling, revealing a void where her mouth should be. Oh, come on! Priya yelled. We already did this. The ghost shrieked, sending a shockwave that shattered the walls. Chapter 3 The Battle at Manikarnika 1. The Final Fight. Cultists warned. Priya fought like a demon, throwing one into a pile of ashes. You know, she panted, this is a terrible first anniversary. Rohan grinned. Best date ever. The ghost lunged, but Rohan smashed the jar into the Ganges. The water hissed. The cultists collapsed, their stolen immortality gone. The ghost dissolved into mist. 2. The Aftermath. Back in Delhi, battered but alive, they sat at a cafe. Next vacation, Priya said, beach. No ghosts. Rohan smirked. But where's the fun in that? She kicked him under the table. But she was smiling. The end. Lotus Conspiracy. A horror comedy adventure in 3 acts. Chapter 1 The Cursed Auction. 1. A Mysterious Invitation. 6 months after their brush with the supernatural in Varanasi, Rohan and Priya were back in Delhi, nursing their wounds and pretending they weren't still traumatized. Then the invitation arrived. An exclusive auction of rare antiquities, Rohan read aloud, grinning. Including the blood lotus of Bhangat. Priya snatched the gilded card from his hands. You can't be serious. After last time. Come on, Rohan wheedled. What's the worst that could happen? Priya gave him a look that could curdle milk. 2. The Auction House of Horrors. The auction was held in a crumbling colonial mansion on the outskirts of Delhi, the kind of place where the chandeliers looked like they were held up by ghosts. The guests were a mix of wealthy collectors, shady dealers, and at least one man who kept licking his lips like he was thinking about eating someone. The blood lotus was the final item, a withered black flower in a glass case, said to have been plucked from the cursed ruins of Bhangat. Legend says it grants visions of the future, the auctioneer crooned. But at a terrible price. Priya leaned over to Rohan. Why do these things always have a terrible price? Why can't it be, like, grants visions of the future, may cause mild indigestion? Before Rohan could answer, the lights went out. 3. The Heist. When the backup generators flickered on, the blood lotus was gone. So was the lip-licking man. And, somehow, so was Rohan. Oh, you have got to be kidding me, Priya muttered. A note was left in Rohan's place. Want him back. Bring the Kali's tongue relic to the ruins of Bhangat by midnight. Priya crumpled the note. We destroyed that thing. Then she sighed. All right, let's go kidnap a ghost. Chapter 2 The Road to Bhangat. 1. The Ghostly Getaway. Priya's plan was simple. Break into the haunted Haveli where they'd first encountered the stitched-mouthed ghost. Lure the ghost into a cursed artifact containment unit, which was really just a modified Tupperware box with holy symbols sharpied on it. Use the ghost as a bargaining chip to get Rohan back. What could go wrong? This is the dumbest plan you've ever had, Priya told herself as she pried open the Haveli's rotting door. The ghost was waiting for her. Hey, remember me? Priya said, waving. We're cool now, right? The ghost lunged. 2. The Chase Through Delhi. What followed was a high-speed and highly illegal autorickshaw chase through Delhi's back alleys, with a furious ghost clinging to the roof. Faster! Priya yelled at the driver. Madam, "This is not Fast and Furious," the driver screamed back. Priya tossed a handful of salt over her shoulder, "Because why not?" and the ghost recoiled, hissing. "Huh. Ghosts hate seasoning." 3. The unwelcome passenger. By some miracle, they made it to Bhangad with the ghost still trapped in the Tupperware. Priya shook the box. "You behave, or I'm microwaving you." The ghost let out a muffled shriek. Priya smirked. "That's what I thought." Chapter 3. The Battle of Bhangad. 1. The ruins at midnight. Bhangad Fort was not a place to be after dark. The ruins were infamous for their curses, and the air hummed with something unnatural. Rohan was tied to a crumbling pillar, looking more annoyed than scared. "Took you long enough," he called. Priya held up the ghost in a box. "I brought a friend." The lip-licking man, now revealed to be a cultist of some kind, stepped forward. "Give us the blood Lotus's counterpart, or your boyfriend dies." Priya blinked. "Wait, what?" Rohan groaned. "Oh, for Priya, did you read the note? They wanted the other half of the relic." Priya stared. "There's another cursed thing." 2. The blood Lotus revealed. The blood Lotus wasn't just a flower, it was a key. A key to unlocking an ancient prison beneath Bhangad, where something very bad was trapped. And the cultists wanted in. "Okay, new plan," Priya said. "We don't let the evil thing out." 3. The final showdown. What followed was a chaotic, ridiculous battle involving a freed and very pissed off ghost, a cultist who actually tried to lick Priya, Rohan using a broken pillar as a battering ram, Priya drop-kicking the blood Lotus into a bottomless well. The ruins shook as the prison beneath them locked again. The cultists screamed. The ghost gave Priya a thumbs up before vanishing. And Rohan? He was just relieved he didn't have to explain this to the police. Epilogue. Back in Delhi, Rohan and Priya sat on their apartment rooftop, drinking chai. "Next time," Priya said, "we're going somewhere normal." Rohan grinned. "But where's the fun in that?" She threw a samosa at him. The end.